So as you find your child's pose, remember your knees are out the outer width of your mat. And you might find that keeping your hips elevated a little bit at the beginning works better so that you can start movement and then gently sink into your heels. And continue that motion from side to side through the rib cage. And then start working the fingertips forward, the forehead toward the floor. And then just settle your chest toward the floor. And let your tailbone reach into your heel space. And take a nice long breath, inhale. And exhale. On your next inhale, walk both hands and your upper body off the mat to the right. Then take your left fingertips and try to crawl them out further than your right ones, but still settle your left hip toward your left heel. Lengthening down that left side body, inhale. Then gently walk your torso through this middle and then off to your left. Both fingertips reach out, but then the right fingertips try to crawl further than the left. The right hip reaches toward the right heel. We take a deep inhale there. And then on our exhale, we walk our hands back through the middle. We shift the shoulders forward over the hands. Move the knees into table. We have that full length of our spine and through the back of the neck. We'll push away from the ground and round the spine into capsule. Gently nod your head there, feeling that release of the neck. Then lower your rib cage down, lift your heart forward, lift your tailbone. Then exhale, press round, pat the head. Inhale, release cow. Then we'll square hips and shoulders back to table, tuck your toes under, push away from your hips, send the weight of your hips into your heels, and that nice open arches. Maybe shift your tailbone side to side there, feel that stretch move throughout the bottoms of the feet. Then we'll move our hands just a couple inches further forward, take a deep breath. Then we're looking at our knees as we lift the knees up. Now really wrap those triceps back so your chest reaches through. Then gently lift your tailbone high and soften your heels toward the floor. Feeling that lengthening through the back of the legs. Then lift your right heel. Feel that left heel sink down further. Peek underneath your right arm. Then switch your heels, peek under your left. Switch and peek to your right. And switch, peek to your left. Then settle both heels toward the floor. Take a deep inhale. Lift your tailbone. Bring your knees out wide. Sit back into that child's pose. Take a deep breath. So it should feel easier now. Just that second time through. Then we'll take both arms off the mat to the left. Crawl the right fingertips further over. Reach that right back. Then move both hands off the mat to the right. Lengthen that left side over. Reach that left hip back. Then both hands back to center. Shift forward, find your table. Press round the cat spine. Release a cow spine. Press round a cat. And release cow. Squaring your hips and shoulders in table, tuck your toes. Press away from your hands, sit back into your heels. Feel the arches. Walk your hands a few inches forward, still looking at your knees. Palms are pushing forward, lift the knees. Then lift the tailbone. Then soften the heels, still pressing those palms forward. Lift your left heel, sink your right, peek under your right. Switch heels. And switch. And switch. Then we'll look back at both toes. You're going to soften your knees. And walk your hands toward your toes. So we're going to the back of our mats here. Our feet are hip distance apart. Spread your toes. Let your chest drop toward your thighs. Hold your arms to the top of your head. Nod your head, really releasing that neck space. Then bring your hands onto your shins. Draw into your low belly, gently round your spine up. Pull your shoulders away, find that neck pose. Tap the head reaching toward the sky. We're engaging those inner ankles. We breathe, inhale. Then we reach both fingertips toward the sky. Pull 3 fingers together. So your index fingers are reaching toward the sky. Lift the sides of the waist. Use your right hand to draw your left side over. Push your left hip away. Then inhale, lift up tall. Use your left arm to draw your right side over. Push your right hip away. Inhale, lift up tall. Exhale, move your hands to your heart. Roll your shoulders away, tone into your core space. Take a deep breath, inhale. Exhale, sweep your fingertips to the sky. Bring your hands to your tailbone. Roll your shoulders back. Bend your knees, drop your chest. Lift your hips, and then let your arms just start to float away from your lower back space. Lengthening through the back of the legs and getting that nice chest opener. Your head is hanging heavy. Then you'll bend into your knees. Sweep your fingertips up, out in front, and find chair pose. Lift the sides of the waist. Engage those inner thighs. Then push away. Bring it all the way up again. And bring hands to heart. Release your shoulders. Go back to your folds. Fingertips to the floor. Walk your hands forward. We'll meet in our plank pose. Look down at your hands. Middle digit pushing straight ahead. Long through that spine. We'll take our right toe and lift it to hip height. Then we'll bring that right knee just to hover off the floor. And see if you can swing your hip gently side to side. Then lower that right knee down just underneath your hip. Take that left heel, flex, reach it to the back wall. Take your right arm, reach up front. Maybe lift the toes of your right foot forward. Find your core. Inhale. Now on your exhale, you're going to round your spine, tuck elbow to knee, tuck your chin. Inhale, reach out, lengthen. Exhale, draw in, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach out, lengthen. One more time. Elbow draws toward knee and reach out and lengthen. Bring that right hand down. Here you're going to bring your left toe to the floor. Lift the weight off your right knee, then rotate your right hip under. Make sure you're getting to the outside of your calf there. Lift the right side rib cage. Take your left arm, reach it over here. Now, right foot steps behind as you turn into your plank. Press away from the ground, lift your hips down dog. Take a breath, inhale. Drop those heels deeper, exhale. Inhale, lift your heels, come out to your plank. This time the left toe comes to hip height, toning that core space. Then we bring that left knee down to keep back, and we just give it a couple swings side to side, loosening that hip joint. Then we'll lower the knee down. Lengthen the spine. Left arm reaches forward. Right heel flexes, reaches to back wall. Maybe you lift the toes of your left foot to engage more balance. Then draw in, elbow to knee, tuck your chin. Inhale, reach out, lengthen your spine. Exhale, draw in, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach out, lengthen. And exhale, draw in, elbow to knee. Reach out and lengthen. Here, the right toe, left hand come down. Now, as you put weight to your hands, you take the weight off your left knee. Rotate that hip under onto the outside of the calf. The right arm lifts, reaches up and over. Then you lift that right heel, flex, reach it away. long through that whole right side. Breath, inhale. Then right foot comes to the mat as right arm reaches up. We step left foot back, turn to our plank, press through, down dog. Go ahead and pedal those heels a couple times. Take a deep breath. Then lift your heels, come out to that plank again. Maybe you tap your knees down or you stay on your toes. Elbows will physically squeeze the rib cage, shoulders pull away, heart lifts forward. Rain please here. Press back the hands together for reverse prayer. To release the wrist if you need it. Shoulders are down, top of the head is lifted toward the sky. Then press into your palms and see if you can take a little weight away from your elbows if that feels okay for your lower back. Feel the top of the head lifted toward the sky. Then we'll lower the rib cage down. Move tented fingertips to the sides of your body. Shoulders back, elbows in. Lift your front over. Then see if you can float the tops of your feet up. Squeeze your heels toward each other. Toning into that lower back space. If it's comfortable for you to release your arms, reaching back, you can. Or fingertips stay to the side. Then we lower the rib cage down. Plant your hands to the sides of your rib cage. Pull your belly button away from the floor. Lift up into knee plank. Then slide back into child's pose. Shifting your hips from side to side, find your breath in. And exhale. One more breath, inhale. Then we'll slide our hands back, tuck your toes at the back of your mat. We'll sit back into that low squat position. So our chest is lifted. We have our knees out front. If this bothers your knees, feel free to go into folds. And then we'll bring our heels to the floor, bring your hands to your thighs. Tuck into your low belly, push round your spine all the way up. Find that strong mountain pose again. Inhale, feel reach to the sky. This time as you fold your three fingers, opposite pinky finger to the front. Right, so it feels awkward. Left arm draws right side over, you peek on your right arm. Try to nudge those elbows back behind your ear. Inhale, lift up top. Right arm draws the left side over, we peek to our left. Inhale, lift up top. Exhale, move your hands to your heart. Release your fingertips, inhale, fill. Exhale, arms move behind your back. Shoulders release away. Start bending your knees, drop your chest, let your head get heavy. Then lift your tailbone, reach your arms up and over to wherever that works for you, that you get a good stretch. Then you bend deep into your knees, sit back into your heels, fingertips sweep toward the floor, heart lifts forward, we find our chair. Toning into those inner thighs. Then we're going to push away, reach, fill it up. Bring your hands to your heart. Relax your shoulders. Bring your weight to your right foot. That right knee gets softness. Lift your left heel. Find your focus. I like to use the front edge of my mat, but if something out in front works better for you, go ahead. That left foot then lifts. It's 90 degrees as best you can out of the hips. Ankle is flexed, toes are spread wide. Then we reach our arms out. Look over your left shoulder. Rotate your left arm down, reach your right arm forward. So you can still look at that left arm. Try to nudge that left shoulder down. Then rotate forward, find that balance again. Send that left heel forward. Step it down to the mat, making a good step, and then plant those toes. Feel that right heel reaching down. This is pyramid. Make sure your feet look like they're standing on railroad tracks. Both toes pointed straight ahead, hip distance space in between. Arms up. Keeping those hips and shoulders square. Left hand to hip crease, then hinge straight forward. Now check to see if your shoulders are parallel to the floor. Reach that right arm up. Slide your left hand down your ankle, towards your ankle. Doesn't have to reach your ankle, wherever it works for you. Try to lift that left hip up and back. lengthening through the back of the knee. Deep breath in. Then bend your left knee, reach your left arm forward. Bring your torso up. Breathe, inhale. Now lift your right heel. Bring your hands to your heart, shoulders away. Bring that right knee out front, flex the ankle, spread the toes. Tone into that core space, arms then reach out. Turn your gaze, look at your right thumb. Rotate that right arm back, left arm forward. Still looking to the right, keeping your hips even in front. Try to nudge that right shoulder back, open it up. Gently rotate forward again. Shoulders release, right foot extends up. Then we step the heel down. We bring the toes to the floor. We lift out of the hips. Making sure both toes are pointed straight ahead. Arms reach to the sky. Right hand into that hip crease. Go straight forward with a long spine. Check your shoulders. That left one's going to try to be rotated up. We're going to square it up. We're lifting that right hip up as we slide the right hand down to wherever that works for you. Left heel is reaching deep into the nose. One more long breath. Lift that right hip. Bend the right knee, reach the right arm forward. Press straight up. Bring your hands to your heart as you step your left foot in. Exhale, we fold. Hands to your shins and flat back, lengthen. Then bend your knees, fingertips to floor. Step your feet back to your plank. Tone that core space long through your spine. Push away from the ground. Lift your right heel to the sky. As you come forward, bring that right toe out to hip height. Beautiful, single leg plank. Right knee comes in and holds off the ground for a moment. Then we lower the knee down. Left heel down, right arm forward, right into bird dog. Toes of right foot night length. We drop elbow to knee. Reach out and lengthen. Elbow to knee. Reach out, lengthen. One more time, elbow to knee, rounded swan. Inhale, reach out. Left toe, right hand come down. Weight comes off right knee. We rotate that right hip under. We take those left. So your option here, either lift on that foot or into the left foot and into your right knee. Hold. Right knee. Right foot steps behind. Left arm up. Rotate your plank. Exhale into your down dog. Looking at your toes, left heel goes to the sky. Three-legged dog. Then you push off your right toes, come forward, single leg plank, left toe or height. Left knee down, right, still off the floor. Then we lower the knee, lift right heel back, left arm forward. Maybe left toes left. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach out, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee, tuck into that core. Inhale, reach. One more time there, elbow to our straight knee. Reach out and lengthen. Right toe, left hand come down. Weight comes off left knee. We rotate the hips to the left. Sweep the right arm up and over. Then either choose that right heel to lift or the left knee. Make sure that right foot's really anchored if you're lifting left knee. Then right arm up, left foot behind, we turn to our plank. Exhale and lift through to our down dog. Lift your heels, come out to your plank. Feel free to bring your knees down here. Elbows hug the ribs, hips drop, shoulders pull away. Arms forward, maybe reverse prayer hands, back the hands pressing to release the wrist. Or maybe you're ready for an up dog or cobra, whatever feels best for you at this time. Shoulders wet, top of the head to the sky, inhale. Exhale, we come back down. Here, we tend our fingertips to the sides of the waist. Shoulders and elbows pull back. So, right, this is called locust pose. So think about those arms of a grasshopper, right? So it looks like it. Tuck your belly, lift your heart forward, float your toes, squeeze your heels. Maybe you would then extend those arms. Breathe, inhale. Exhale, hands come down, choose knees or toes, draw your belly space, press away from the ground, bring your knees out wide, sit back, child's pose. Shift your hips side to side. Again, another nice place to do a wrist stretch, back of hands, reverse grip, or maybe arms to the sides of the body, or underneath your forehead. Also a good time to grab some water. We're sitting back into that heel space. Long inhale through your nose. A long exhale, knees side. Then we'll reach our hands to the front again. Take a deep breath. Side out. We'll walk our hands to our knees. Bring your knees hip distance, tuck your toes. Sit back into your heels, lift your knees up. Then we'll bring our heels to the floor. Spread your toes. Release to a fold inhale. Then hands to shin, hands to thighs. Tuck your chin. Press round your spine up, shoulders away. We find that rock pose. Remember, we're nice and strong here, solid like a rock. Inhale, we fill, we fold 3 fingers. Right arm draws left side over, we peek to the left. Inhale, we lift. Left arm draws right side over, we peek to our right. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, hands move apart. Then we release them to the side. We fill it up. Arms move behind the back, shoulders away. Bend your knees, drop your chest, head heavy. Lift your tailbone, arms lift away from your lower back. Should get a little more depth each time we're here. Then we bend those knees, drop the tailbone, sweep the fingertips toward your pinky toes, lift your heart. Maybe arms come all the way into that full chair this time. If it feels better for your shoulders, palms up. Then we sweep the fingertips, bring it up. Bring your hands to your heart. Release your shoulders. Bring your weight to your left foot. Soften that left knee, right knee comes out front. Spread your toes. Relax your shoulders. Now this time we're going to try to work that right leg out for an extension. Arms then reach to the side, shoulders release. Our gaze turns to the right. We're looking at our right thumb. We rotate right arm back, left arm forward. Lifting out of your ribcage. Still looking over your right shoulder. Hold, inhale. Rotate back to your front. Now that right heel is going to plant. You're going to lift your hips, reach your arms up. Keeping shoulders even, right hand hip crease, hinge forward. Slide that right hand down your right shin. Reach those left fingertips forward, lift that right hip. Then we're going to bend that right knee, reach your right arm out. Lift your torso up, little change here. Take an open right palm out to the right. Then move that hand over toward the outside of your left hamstring. Your left arm is up, you're going to look at it. Then you're going to reach that left arm up and down. Right, so think like your reverse warrior, but from a pyramid. Lifting that left side, breathe in. Then release your right palm, bring it up to the sky. Turn your center back, bend that right knee. Here we're going to hinge forward, working balances today. That right knee is bent. That left heel is lifting to the back. Warrior 3. Tone into your core squares. Square those shoulders up, find your breath. Bring your hands to your heart. As you lift your torso, bring that left knee out front. Tone into your core, relax your shoulders away. Spread your toes, flex the ankle. Then work that left heel out front. Arms then reach out wide, shoulders release. Turn your gaze to the left. Rotate left arm back, right arm forward. Find your focus. Rotate forward. Take that left heel, plant it to the mat. Again, make sure toes are pointed straight ahead. Heels are reaching down, hips are even, arms go up. Left hand into that hip crease. Hinge forward. Right arm reaches up. Square those shoulders and slide your left hand down. Get a lift that left hip up and down. Feel a nice hamstring and glute space stretch. Then we bend the left knee, left arm reaches out. Here's a push off left leg to lift back up. Pyramid legs. Then an open left palm sweeps to the left side. Then it reaches across toward that right hamstring, or maybe the outside of that right thigh. We look at our right hand. We lift it up, reach it out. Lift that right side rib cage. A little bit of a back down. Then we release that left arm, sweep it to the ceiling, turn the body back to center. Here's where we get that good knee bend on the left. We hinge forward. You can square your shoulders with the floor. Then move that right heel up, kind of press off your left. Collapse that right ankle. Leave a footprint on the back wall. Tone your core space. Hold it here. Bring your hands to your heart. Push off left foot, stand up, set your right foot down. Say hello. Inhale, reach to the left. Exhale, hands to heart and hold. Head hangs heavy, then hands to shins. We lengthen flat back. Bend your knees, fingertips to the floor. We'll step our toes back. Plant your palms. Wide fingertips lift up into your downward. Bend your right knee, sink your left heel, look under your right. Switch your knees, switch your hips. Sink both heels, take an inhale. Then lift your heels, bring your knees out wide, sit back into child's pose. Let your forehead rest to the floor, or if it's not resting all the way, bring your left hand, either fist or flat palm, underneath your foot. Take your right arm and rest it across your lower back. Then take those left fingertips, draw them off the mat to the right. Turn your head so you're kind of look underneath your left leg. Relax that right shoulder. Then release your right hand. It's going to walk into the middle or fold to support your forehead. Your left arm is going to reach behind. Right, so if that right hand's not under the forehead, crawl those fingertips over to the left. Turn your head to look under the right arm, right? Or you have it under the forehead. We breathe in. And it's left arm releases. We walk our hands up through the middle, toning that core space. Bring your knees forward, bring your hips to one side, and then bring your legs right. Here, we'll bring the palms of our feet together. Either reach down to your ankles or the tops of your feet, or if it feels better for you to have your hands behind, push those fingertips down, drop those knees out, and then hinge with a long spine forward. So we want to try not to round our shoulders here, right? Hands can move once you find that long spine, right? So we're hinging right into that hip crease, sending your collarbone straight out instead of down. And we breathe. And then we detach. Then we'll release the hips back, the torso back. We bring our knees up front. Wrap your hands around the back of your thighs. Soften your chin. Pull that shoulder blade space away. Then push your knees out against the inside of your forearms. Let your chin your head, then gently nod your head side to side. Then pull against the hamstrings, lift your ribcage up. Slide your right foot forward. Take that left foot, lift it up, cross it over your right. Then take both of your arms and cradle that left knee. Right, so you're grabbing each elbow. You lift the knee up, pull it in close to your chest. Then lift the side to your waist. Right, so now we're getting into that left glute and hip space. Top of the head is reaching toward the sky. We lower the left foot, reach the fingertips up. Rotate right elbow over, left hand behind, over that left shoulder. Push with that right elbow. Take a deep breath. Inhale, reach up top. Step that left foot out. Slide your right leg in. Squeeze it into your chest. Lift the foot up. Bring it over the left. Then we reach the arms again. We take those forearms, we fold them around that right leg, grabbing onto opposite elbows. Then you lift, pull the knee through the center of your chest. Lift through the lower back space. So it feels like the lower back is lifting and reaching forward. You should feel that right hip and glute space. Right? You always feel comfortable adding some motion, maybe forward and back on this one to get into some more depth. Then we'll lower the right foot, reach the fingertips to the sky, right hand back, left elbow around. Push with that left elbow, nudge the right shoulder back, look to your right. Take a deep breath. Then come back to your center. Find any seat that's comfortable for you. Try not to cross bones over. Right, so move that front leg out if you have both legs open. Relax your shoulders and your elbows. Find your sits bones. Then as you inhale, lift the sides of the bus. As you exhale, keep the lift out of the sides of the waist, but feel your shoulder blades sink into your back pockets a little deeper. Close your eyes, soften your jaw, and then just focus on the breath. Inhaling long and slow through the nose. Exhaling, pushing all the air out. Make sure your jaw is softened. With our next breath, we'll reach our fingertips to the sky. We'll bring our hands to our heart. Release those shoulders. Take a gentle bow forward as we say namaste. And thank you so much for being here. I hope everyone stays warm and enjoy your day.